going on, guys? Back here again with another video. I didn't end up filming my intro correct the last time, so I'm gonna go ahead and refilm it now. I ended up buying a new car. Some people who may know me will know what this car is, but if you don't know me, then I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. It is a 2003 Nissan 350Z. I ended up buying this car in high school. I think it was a senior year I bought this car for myself. And I did a lot of things to it and whatnot. And when I came to school, I ended up having to sell it to pay for my school. But I got lucky and the situation lined up, so I was able to buy the car back recently. And now I have the car in my possession again. And I am going to be drifting the car, and I already have a lot of stuff going on with it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the video now. Let you guys see the car. Alright, so we're gonna jump straight into under the hood, see some of the mods we got on this car. So as you can tell already, we got the 2006 Plus depot headlights. It's just a 03, it's a DE, non-rev up. We got a Z1 intake right here with this carbon fiber splash guard or heat shield. We have this breather valve. We got NGK spark plugs, lightweight pulleys, a plenum spacer, Motodyne plenum spacer. We got Megan test pipes, Megan headers, Monza white pipe, along with a Tomei catback. Other things we have, just got some drilled and slotted rotors, Stop Tech brake pads, Raceland coilovers. It was previously plasti dipped, this like gray color, but now the other day I just peeled it all off. So back to that stock Le Mans Sunset Orange. Up in the interior, the previous owner had this weird seat cover on it because it's ripped, but nothing much going on in here. Today I'm going to be working on the Z again. I have a few more things that I'm going to be installing. I'm probably going to end up doing it in like a 3-part video series. So I figured while I'm in there, I might as well do these things. So I'm installing my hydro e-brake with the dual caliper kit. I ordered camber arms and toe arms from Gktech, and then I also have to pull out the diff to weld it, and I ordered some Gktech solid diff bushings as well. So while I'm back there, I might as well just pull everything out and just go ahead and do it all at once. I'm still waiting on my camber arms and toe arms to get in, but other than that, I can still pull the diff, I can still weld it, I can still install my hydro dual caliper kit, because I got to pull the axles out for all of that anyway, so I might as well go ahead and do it all at once. So I'm not going to do any one thing in one video, but at the end of it, I'll have all 3 of them done. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is some of the Gktech hydro e-brake kit. These is the axle spacers right here, some hardware. This is the handle in here. The line kit really comes with everything you need. And then here they got the dual caliper brackets. The way I decided to mount the hydro e-brake is gonna be probably under this. There's normally a plastic panel right here. I want to weld the tab back in here and mount this bracket in back up under there. Because the way my seat's set up, there's really not space to mount it out this way. So I'm gonna have to mount it somewhere up under there, up under this AC control unit. Also, I didn't end up making a video on the install of this seat because I was just having a hard time getting this thing installed by myself. The brackets weren't lining up properly, but I ended up getting installed. This is my Blue Sparkle Sprint 5 seat. Thing looks awesome. I fit perfectly in it, like set up perfect for me. This thing is nice. So this part of the series is mostly gonna just be the tear down for the rear suspension. I'm gonna pull out the rear buckets because I'm replacing the buckets with toe arms. Just removing the buckets, camber arms, the brakes. I gotta remove the axles because I gotta put the axle spacers and the dual caliper kit on the rear. And then I'm gonna see if I can't get the diff pulled today. If I can, great. But if not, then we'll do it go ahead and add it into the next video. So that's, for the most part, that's what we're gonna do today. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start and remove the rear brake right here. Ow! This brake caliper slides right off. Been overdue. Jeez, these things are gone. Look at this. Look at this. There's literally nothing left. If you look on there, nothing. It's straight on the metal now. I don't have any bungees, so I'm probably just gonna hang it on this upper control arm area right here. Just set it up there. Boom, out of the way, it should be straight. Bam. Comes right off. Alright, so just take this, take the screwdriver, put some pressure on it, and turn it a little bit. And as you start to turn it, it should snap out. There's like a point where it'll come through. There you go. Bam. A little spring with this little locking mechanism right here will pop out. And then there's another one on the other side. Just do the same thing there. Awesome. So you got that spring out also. And then there should be a spring at the top and the bottom, like different like locking springs. You should be able to just snap them apart. And then the whole e-brake mechanism should be able to come right out. So this is the whole thing. It's like a horseshoe kind of deal. These things, whenever you pull the e-brake, they separate onto the inside of that drum. And that's what locks the e-brake. Alright, and then there's just this small little pin right here. Should snap right out. And that'll let you remove this mechanism right here from the actual e-brake cable. And it'll let you pull the cable through the hub. So I'm gonna go ahead and set all this stuff aside right here, the e-brake, just in case I decide to reinstall it later on. Alright, so next I think I have to remove this dust shield, but by doing that I have to remove these, I think there's 4 bolts back here behind the, yep, there is, there's some weird ass position too. I think I have to remove the axle first actually. First I'm gonna unbolt this axle nut, then I'm gonna remove the bolts back there that's attached to the differential, and it is a sealed axle, so there shouldn't be any liquid spillage from the differential into the axles. And then I should be able to take off, there's these 4 bolts, one right there, right there, right there, and right over here on the other side. And then I should be able to pull this dust shield off, and well, actually the whole hub should be able to come off. My axle nut is a 32mm axle nut, and we're gonna go ahead and check out and see what this electric impact's really about. Let's see if it'll zap this thing off. Let's see. Yep. Dang, this thing's the business. Took that thing right off. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and thread it on slightly, because here in a minute, once I take those bolts off in the back, I'm gonna have to tap this axle out, and I don't want to mushroom the end of this. Alright, I got all those axle bolts out. The axle's hanging loose a little bit. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try and tap it with the rubber mallet. If this doesn't work, then I'll go ahead and use my metal hammer. But this thing, I'm in Texas, so this thing's not really, shouldn't be seized up like that. Nope, yep, and right away, pop right through. It popped straight through, so I'm gonna go ahead and unthread this, and the axle should come right out. This piece of the axle right here is getting stuck, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off this bucket. Just to unbolt this bucket, and it'll free up some room for the axle to come through. There we go. Got the axle out. Just gonna go ahead and set this aside over here for now. Just out of the way. Damn. Alright, now I should be able to just go ahead and pop the hub off, which I did. Looks good. It still feels smooth. So I'm probably not gonna replace this. Looks good to me. Alright, so got the old hub off. Alright, so I got the dust shield and I got the dual caliper bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and set this dust shield backwards. Then I'm gonna line these bolts up so we can see where the other bracket is gonna be mounted at, where the other brake caliper is gonna be mounted at. Then we'll go ahead and take a Sharpie or something. This should work so I can mark up my guidelines right there. And maybe right there. That should be a good enough area to cut out so that way it doesn't interfere with the caliper. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my angle grinder and get the cutting. Alright, so I was able to get the slot cut out of the dust shield for the brakes. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day right here where I'm at. Got all the hub assembly removed, got the brakes removed, dust shield, got the axle removed. I'm probably gonna add the differential removal in this video as well, so I'm just gonna catch you guys there. But that's all for today, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright, we're here again, another day working on the Z. I ended up moving forward a little bit, but all I did was I went ahead and I installed the dual caliper brackets. All I had to do was I just removed this dust shield, I cut it out, and then I just went ahead and bolted these in. Stuck the hub back on, and then put the 4 bolts back in on the rear. Went ahead and did that on this side, and I got it done on the other side as well. So now it's all set up with the dual caliper brackets. I'm gonna go ahead and get the diff removed now. Into the car now. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this jack up under the diff. Now I got the diff supported. I'm gonna go ahead and zap out this bolt right here. Yep, I'm probably gonna have to get a breaker bar. No worries. There we go. Got it. Alright. Come over here, back here, there's 2 mounts up here on the front side. There's a small little sensor right here that reads this, like, the axle speed, I guess. So don't forget to remove that bolt before you take it off. And there's one on the other side as well. Just make sure so you don't rip the wires out when you're trying to drop the diff. Now I got those 2 sensors out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and just move them up and on top of the subframe out of the way. That way they don't get caught on anything as I'm lowering the differential. Alright, there's something else that I'm just seeing right now. I noticed that there is a hard line coming at the top of the differential, and then there's a small little one of those cross clips, like it goes around and then crosses like that. You just use the pliers to loosen it up. So I gotta remove that clip as well. I'm gonna get some pliers and just loosen that up so I can take that clip off. And then hopefully that is all that I need to take off. There we go. It's just super easy clip. It came off no problem. Alright. Got the diff out. Awesome. So now I'm just gonna slide this back. Alright, so you saw it. Got the diff out. I think this is a good checkpoint for today. I actually gotta go to work now. Got the diff out. So I did end up buying new diff bushings. So I think that should replace this one right here, this one right here, and then also the one that's up in the subframe. So should be a lot sturdier now. Shouldn't move around a lot, have any play. So as far as suspension goes, I have got everything removed that I need to, other than the arms, but that's just simple 4 bolts that I need to take off when I get the arms. So I'm gonna leave it there so I can hold the hubs in place. But I just gotta remove the arms and install the new arms once I get them, install the diff bushings once I get them, install the lines for the brake lines, for the dual caliper kit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and work on the interior, on the hydro install and mounting it up and getting it welded in and all of that good stuff. But for now, I think I'm gonna call it. This is just a down tear of the video. This is part 1, and then I'm gonna go ahead and continue in part 2, doing the installation of the bushings, the arms, putting the dual caliper kit in the rear, and possibly if the video is gonna end up being too long, I may make a part 3 of the final like buttoning up of everything, just the final touches, finishing touches on it, and we're gonna go from there. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my social media in the comment section, and I'll leave all the description of all the parts that I have in the video in the description as well, so you guys can see what I have and what parts that I did get for the car if you guys wanted to go ahead and get the same thing. All right, hope y'all have a great day.